Good evening, my yoga friends. Um, Tonight, I'm doing a short routine for back care. Basically, it's a back care essentials. So this will be your go-to video. If you ever need just some spaciousness or there's tension in your lower back and hips, and you just want to do something that is for your self-care, perhaps to relieve pain, or actually just go in and feel what's happening. But as we know from doing yoga and going into the deeper levels of sensing and being and working with ourselves with presence, that really the gateway to our healing is to meet the sensations as they are. So that's going to be key tonight. We're constantly going to be going in and refreshing our focus to meet the sensations in our body as they are at this moment. Now, I know that can be really difficult at times as we're going through stress and how it shows up in the body, or recovering from injury, or just long term holding patterns in the body. When we open the body, there's going to be pain. That's going to be part of it. The key here is to have the discernment to the quality of the pain. Is it a pain from acute injury or an acute situation in your body that you need to back off? You're injured in a way that your body's saying, don't move, rest. We need time to heal. But if we stay in that state, it can actually cause problems. So giving enough time and rest and recuperation, yes, always important. Then we've got to start moving again. So the body is able to return to its dynamic balance, what I call dynamic posture. And the ability to once again move after any time of not moving, of recuperation, of stillness, of either inactivation in the area of your body. As we move that area, it's going to ask the fascia that's been holding and actually is tightened up to protect injury. It's going to ask that fascia to start to open. Now, only discovered in the last 20 years by a lot of really incredible scientists, fascia actually has more nerves going to it than our muscles. And when we actually stretch and open fascia, we're going to feel it. So you might feel like you're achy. It may be throbbing. You might feel really, really old as you're in a stretch. I know when I do certain forward bends, I feel that through my left shoulder blade and my left neck. This is residual stuff that I'll be working on from, it's residual from car accidents back 20, 25 years ago now. But it's how my body has started to, it's setting pattern, what it thinks is as normal. So the key is to keep going in and relating to the sensations with curiosity and interest. Back off from range of motion, but still move. How do we reset the fascia to be balanced again after injury or long-term illness or not moving? The key is three-dimensional movement supported by breath. So this is just a short routine in that. Tonight, we'll be doing a lot of pandiculation. It's called full body stretching, but we'll start to feel how the body is this wonderful web of fascia. Incredibly intelligent. Probably fascia has all the nerves that it has to it so that we have better proprioception. So guess what? That happens to a lot of people who stop moving for whatever reason and have pain, is they stop having clear kinetic sensing of where their body's in space and clear proprioception around them and interoception, what's happening inside. So all this pandiculation and twisting we're doing tonight is also the gateway to regain that balanced sensing, both of the space around you and the space inside of you. So here we go. So as you can see, I've got all my yoga props out. We've got blankets, we've got 2 mats, one rolled up. We're gonna use it for some stuff. 2 blocks, a strap, and a bolster. Also a chair. I'm always using these Samsonite chairs because of how sturdy they are. The triangular structure and how they're built lasts for years. They cost between $20, $25. I've seen them in Lowe's and Rona and Home Depot. So if you're serious about your yoga practice and you're serious about your body being happy, please go get one. Or Christmas is coming. You can always ask your friends and family, hey, could you get that for me? Blocks, you can also use hardcover books. If you don't have a yoga strap, make sure you get, I like the band of my bathrobe. So that's good. Blankets, they should be firm so that when we fold them, they're even and they send that even instruction up through the body, informing our proprioception and interoception. So all these props that we use in my therapeutic classes, props are key because they start to awaken movement, they awaken awareness, and then they allow for awakening new alignment, better alignment, more informed alignment. Okay. So bring yourself down to lying down. We'll start with Supta Baddha Konasana, bound angle. And it's a great way to start to open up some space into the hips, feel weight into the pelvis. And when those two things occur, it actually takes some of the work out of your lower back. So your lower back can resume having its natural arch. So allow yourself to set up a bolster of your source, or it can be a couple folded blankets, something that gives you a little bit of elevation and is firm. Lie back, head back, bend your knees, place the soles of the feet on the bolster, and then just simply open your knees to the side. Breathe in, breathe out. Let yourself settle into your body for this session. Take some time to notice where your body is touching the ground and your support. What kind of sensations are there? Are they subtle? Are they kind of medium level? Or are they quite bold sensations that you're used to feeling? Feel the feet on the bolster, the sacrum resting on the floor. Notice if your lower back is touching the floor, is away from the floor. Not changing. First, just allowing ourselves to sense how things are aligned today. Sense the middle back and the upper back. Do they have the same sensations of contacting the floor? Or are they different? Feel the back of the head touching the floor. Feel the arms touching the floor. Are they touching in the same way or differently? And also the backs of the hands touching the floor. You may notice as we move through this body scan that just by sensing, it prompts adjusting. And listen to your body sensations and also see if you can listen to your intuition, how to adjust. Now, if we've had long-term pain and tension in the body, many times we'll be avoiding the pain and going more into that isometric contraction and compensation patterns. So we have to be quite kind and diligent at sensing and noticing, is this a pattern of avoiding new alignment? Or as we start to breathe and sense,
Are we exploring new alignment? Let's bring our hands onto our belly. And a couple breaths here, breathing into the belly, letting the hands float up, and breathing out, letting the hands float down. Deep belly breaths. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. One more deep, full breath. Notice how belly breathing guides you more to your body, deeper connection with the sensations. Now move your hands up to the side ribs and doing the floating breath breathing. Inhaling, allowing the ribs to widen, and float the hands upwards. And then exhale, softening, letting the ribs soften downwards. Inhaling, exhaling. Breath in. Breath out. One more floating breath. And now moving the hands, so one hand's on the belly navel area and one hand is on the sternum. So your elbows might be lifted off the floor for you to have your hands in those positions. And now as you breathe in, see if you can lengthen the space between your hands. And as you breathe out, if the space between your hands can soften towards each other. So as we breathe in, the torso lengthens. And as we breathe out, the torso softens and shortens. Two more breaths like this. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Rest your arms down to your sides. Let's rotate the legs so the soles of the feet are on our bolster and the knees are up towards the ceiling. And just rest here and notice from doing that three-dimensional breathing exercises and the hip openers, do you feel a little bit more grounded? Do you more here in the moment, in your body at this time? Now, I did give us an intention for this class to be able to recognize sensations in the body, particularly unpleasant sensations, but then have the intention to start to turn towards them and read them, find out their message. If you want at this time, if you have another intention for practicing this, bring it to mind and set that this is my intention for this practice too. Let's now move the bolster away and moving into constructive rest pose with the feet on the floor and the knees upwards. And in this position, once again, re-engage with the breath. As you inhale, let the belly widen and the back widen. And on the exhalation, let your navel draw back and your chest draw back. And with your breath, allow the rocking of the pelvis. Inhale, rolling the pelvis towards the feet. And then exhale, navel draws back, pelvis towards the heart. Breathing in, pelvis towards the feet. Exhaling, pelvis towards the heart. Allow yourself to move your pelvis in the range of motion that works for you. This doesn't have to be big, but do definitely start to move. If we don't move the body, our fascia gets tighter, our muscles get shorter, and our proprioception decreases. Our self-regulation may also decrease. Now, if you can, inhale, roll the pelvis to your feet, then exhale, navel back, pelvis towards heart. Inhaling, exhaling. 2 more times. Breath in, breath out. Breath in, breath out. Inhale, bring your spine to neutral. Now, to help that folding, on an exhalation, bring your right knee into your chest and your hands on top of your knees. Now, if the hips are tighter, this is where your straps come in. They extend the reach of your arms in this posture. So using a strap to extend your arms if you need it across the top of your shin. As you breathe in, let the belly expand. It'll move your leg away a little bit. On your exhalation, draw your knees into your chest. It'll press the lower back into the floor and draw your navel back. Continue. Inhaling, breathing in. Exhale, breathing out. Inhale, breathing in. Exhale, breathing out. One more time. Breath in. Breath out. Keep your right leg steady and your breath flowing. Extend your left leg down on the floor, long and strong. You're going to take a deep breath in, extend through that left leg, and then exhale. Lift your head up so you can see your belly and your left leg. Now, if it's rotating outwards and it didn't feel, guess what? Fascial and muscular tension. So our job is rotate that leg in as much as we can, and then extend through the left leg. So we're sending the front of the left thigh back towards the floor. Now slowly lower your neck and head back and down to the floor. 5 deep breaths here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Keeping the left leg strong and long, open the right leg to the right, and only go as far as your pelvis can stay quiet and still. Reach your left arm to the left side, palm upwards, and then turn your head to the left very gently. Allow your eyes to turn within your eye sockets. 5 breaths here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, bring the right leg up to vertical. Turn your neck and head back to neutral vertical and place your right foot to the floor. Breathe in, breathe out. And now let's bring the left leg into the chest. Use the strap if you need it. Inhale, fill the belly, let the left leg move away. Exhale, draw the navel back, draw that left leg in, fold in the hips softly. Inhaling, exhaling. Breath in, breath out. One more time. Breath in, breath out. Draw it in, not overdoing anything. And now on an exhalation, extend your right leg down on the floor, sliding the heel directly down and forward, rotating in so the leg is parallel. You might not be there yet because of tension in your body, but you're working towards it. On an exhalation, lift your head and look forward. And once again, check out your left leg and then check out your right leg. If it's in line with the right hip and the leg is parallel. Breathe in, come into the form as best as possible. And then exhale, lower your spine and head back down to the floor. Inhale, exhale. 4 more breaths here. Each inhalation lengthen through the left leg. Each exhalation soften in the right hip. Breath in, breath out. One more deep breath in and breath out. Inhale, reach the right arm to the side and then lengthen and open the left leg to the left. Once again, not rolling the pelvis. It's actually a really deep action in your abdominals. Breathe in, legs alert, and then exhale, turn your head to the left. 5 breaths here. 1, long through the left leg. 2, inner groin long to left inner heel. Outer thigh long to outer heel. 3, easy folding in the left hip. 4, pelvis long, waistline long. 5, breath full and deep. Inhale, bring the left leg to vertical and return your neck and head to neutral. Inhale, exhale, place the left foot to the floor. Breathe in and breathe out. Let's inhale, extend the left leg down on the floor. So now both legs are extended. Inhale, reach the arms up to the ceiling and then up by your ears. So you're getting a full body extension. Try and keep your knees and elbows long. And if there's tension in your shoulders, your hands won't touch the floor. Allow yourself to lengthen your back body, then lengthen your front body. See if you can lengthen the right side and lengthen your left side. You can't really do this one wrong. You just want to see if you can open up your awareness deep into the planes of the body. Inhale, take the arms up, and exhale, lower the arms to your sides. Bend your knees, place the feet to the floor. Okay, next, we're going to work into the pelvis a little bit more. Going into twists, root the feet, take your arms directly out to your sides, and on an inhalation, roll your pelvis to the right. Let your legs follow, keep the feet contacting the floor, and then exhale, roll back to center. Inhale, roll the pelvis to the left, legs and feet follow. Exhale, roll back to center, neutral spine. Inhaling to the right. Exhaling, neutral. Inhaling to the left. Exhale, neutral. One more time each side. Inhale, right. Exhale, neutral. Inhale, left. Exhale, neutral. Great. Bring your arms down to your sides. Next pelvic movement. We're going to do what's called a C curve or sweeping function from side to side that actually we should do every time we're walking. Doesn't actually show up much when running because of the propulsion through the legs. But when we walk and the hips sway from side to side, this is a sign of a healthy gait. So we're going to root the feet down and inhale, just lift the pelvis off the floor, maybe 5 to 10 centimeters. Notice how your hamstrings, your seat are engaged, your lower legs are engaged, but your upper body can really be quite relaxed here. And now allow yourself to move your tail to the right and then center and to your left and center to your right, center and left. Synchronize your breath. Inhale to the right, exhale to center, inhale to left, exhale center, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more time each side, right and left. Come to center, breathe in, and exhale, lower all the way down. Extend your legs out on the floor. Okay, now for some pandiculation, full body stretching. So the first thing we're going to do is roll the arms in. The shoulders will roll forward, and then roll the arms out. And the shoulder blades will roll back. And you may notice the rib has a response. It might flare up a bit. Roll the arms in and roll the arms out. Inhaling, exhaling. One more time. Inhale, exhale. Release the arms and rib cage to neutral. Take your awareness down into the legs now. Roll your legs in, roll your legs out. Roll your legs in, roll your legs out. And as we roll the legs in, you might notice there's a knee bending its response. That's great. You'll notice it'll tone right up into your lower back because our legs actually attach up into our torso. And as you roll out, notice how it affects the pelvis and lower back. Rolling in, rolling out. The key with big body stretching and pendiculation is to enjoy it. Notice actually we can do rather pedantic movements, but it's so pleasurable. Okay, release that. Now we're going to do upper and lower body together. We're going to do the legs a little bit differently. I'm going to bend the knees, soles of the feet on the floor. And then once your feet are planted, separate them so they're almost as wide as your yoga mat. Now, if you don't have a yoga mat, that's about 2 feet and a little bit wider than your hips. Here we go. We're going to roll the arms upwards and open the knees. You might notice it engages a back roll. And then we're going to roll the arms inwards and roll the legs inwards so the knees come together. You may notice it prompts the navel to move back, and the lower back to move onto the floor. Inhaling, opening the arms and legs, let the back arch. Notice how the neck and head get pulled a little bit into extension. And then roll the arms and legs inwards. Lower back goes into some flexion, and the head, neck goes into extension. Inhaling outwards, exhaling inwards. Inhaling outwards, exhaling inwards. One more time, outwards and inwards. And come to neutral, extend your legs on the floor. Okay, next twist. And this is an intriguing one. We're going to start to do some twists motivated and initiated from the limbs, the arms and legs. So you're going to pick your right leg up and reach it across your left leg and try and pass it as close to the floor as possible. And notice that it's going to tone. It's going to ask deep muscles in your torso to work. You might notice your right arm's working, and keep going until the right toes touch the floor. Reach your right arm up and feel that diagonal stretch from right hand to right foot. Inhaling deep, exhaling deep. One more breath in, and then exhale, lower down, leg wide, arm down to the side. Inhale, exhale. On the left side, I'm going to give you a couple modifications. Bring the left leg up, cross it. Maybe that's all you're going to do. Maybe that's where you are with your body. Or you initiate rolling the pelvis, and you can stay here with both shoulders on the floor. You can reach the right arm to the side, whatever works for you. Or you can keep going and feel that diagonal stretch from left toes through the body, right to left fingertips. Now, if you can feel this engagement, you'll notice you can kind of sway in this, like an unusual seesaw, going towards the left foot and then back to the right, left hand. Left foot, left hand. One more time, foot and hand, and then unwind. Let it go. We've got some more. We're going to bend the knees. And this time, exhale, bring the knees into your chest, hands to knees. Incredibly important. It's called child's pose on the back. There's a couple other names. I'm not going to get into that. I'll send you that in the email. Take a deep breath in. And now we're going to take both knees towards the left. Now, if you find you're somebody who's limited with your ability to twist, this is where a bolster is amazing. Place it to your side so that it will catch your knees. So your knees are not falling down to the floor, but are supported. Allow yourself to rest there. Roll your right rib cage back to the floor. Widen your right shoulder, letting it spread on the floor, and reach your right arm to the right. So if you're using a bolster, this is great. You can work with whatever your needs are. If you have more range of motion in your body, slowly take your legs over. Keep your knees together though. Keep your ankles together and flex your feet. Breathe in and exhale. Once again, roll the rib cage back, right arm wide. 5 deep breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Breathe in to prepare. Exhale, roll onto your back. If you're using a bolster, place it to the other side so that you're doing both sides equally and evenly. Breathe in. And now exhale, let's carry our legs over towards the right. Knees moving up towards the elbow and arm. Feet flexed so the legs stay neutral. Breathe in. And exhale, soften the left rib cage back. Soften the shoulder blades back and extend the left arm to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, roll onto your back. Bring your arms down to your sides. Now, everybody will be different with this, but in yoga chikitsa, yoga therapy, a key indicator of good alignment and action in your body is your ability to fold in your hips and have a 90-degree hand fold in your hip sockets. Creates a stabilizing effect. It also generates forces for more strength when you do things. So we're going to exhale, extend both legs up to the ceiling, however far you can, okay? You might come to a place where the knees are bent, but wherever you are, your trajectory is for your heels to lengthen straight up to the ceiling, so your legs are at a 90-degree angle at your hip. And then inhale, lower down, and then exhale, stretch. Now we're going to refine this a little bit more. Notice if your lower back is trying to compensate for your legs. Reach your sits bones forward. Re-engage the muscles in your back so you have an arch in your lower back. And now bend and stretch your legs, maintaining that back alignment. And you may notice it maintains the chest wide, the curve of the back of the neck, and actually it might even off actions through the neck and up into the head. Inhale, bending. Exhale, stretching. 2 more times. Inhale, bend. Exhale, stretch. Last breath here. Inhale, bend. Exhale, stretch. Keep the legs up. Now you might notice as soon as you tone the lower back muscles, you also tone deep in your transverse abdominals, which are our lowest, deepest abdominal muscles that work with our pelvic floor and our back, and actually work with all the levels of the abdominals. But they're essential for back health. Inhaling long through your spine, exhale long through your legs. 1 more breath in and breath out. Bend both knees and place both feet to the floor at the same time. Inhale and exhale. Okay, roll to one side. Use your hands in front of the plane of your body and come on up to sitting. So we're going to move on now to start to sense deeper how we can support in the body. Bring ourselves onto our hands and knees, tabletop pose. And we're going to do our cat-cows here. Inhale, tail up, arch the back, head up, and can you tone your back muscles as you do this? Exhale, draw your navel back, tail down, head down. Inhaling, tail up, head up. Exhale, tail down, head down. Breaths in, breaths out. One more time, breath in and breath out. Inhale, bring your spine to neutral. Now you're going to lift your feet up so they're free from the floor and your knees are a pivot point. And we're going to inhale, take the tail and head towards the right so the right side of the spine contracts. Inhale, come back to neutral, and then exhale over to the left, toning and contracting the left side of the torso. Inhale, come back to neutral. Exhale to the right. Inhale, neutral. Exhale to the left. Inhale, neutral. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. One more time each side. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Lower your shins down. Just take a break. Draw your hips back. Lengthen into Balasana. We want the action of the tail down through the heels. So there's actually some flexion going on here. Works with the hip joint. Starts to wake up the deep abdominals. 5 deep breaths with extended arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, shift forward, taking your shoulders over your wrists. Notice as we're going through the postures, what different sensations are showing up. Many times if we're not focusing on pain and discomfort, we don't even notice all the incredible sensations like heat or length, pressure, release, tonus. It's quite amazing. See if you can pick up on those. Root your left hand down to the floor now. Bring your right hand to your sternum, in the upper region of the sternum. On an inhalation, push through your left hand, lengthen your underarm, and turn your chest to the right. And then exhale, return to neutral spine facing the floor. Inhale, twist to the right. Exhale towards the floor. 2 more times. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, place your right hand to the floor, spread it fingers. Exhale, the left hand to the sternum. Root through the right hand, tone the arm, and inhale, open the chest to the left. And then exhale, come back to neutral. Inhale, twist to the left. Exhale, neutral. Inhaling. Exhaling. And one more time. Inhale, twisting. And exhaling, unwinding. Good. Root the hands. Now we're going to extend the right leg back. Touch the right toes to the floor and lift. So we're engaging the seat muscles and the hamstrings, key for walking and moving and everything we do through life. They're some of the key postural muscles. So inhale, touching down. Exhale, lifting. Inhale, touch. Exhale, lift. Now you're going to stay with the leg lifted, arms long, and now rotate your pelvis to the right, but don't rotate your chest and head. So you get an intriguing twist through your spine. And then inhale, bring the pelvis towards the floor again, neutral spine. Inhale, twist to the right. Exhale, return to neutral. Inhale, right. Exhale, neutral. One more time. Inhale, right. Exhale, neutral. Lower your right leg down. Breathe in, restabilize through your hands and arms and spine. And exhale, extend your left leg back. Start with the toes touching the floor. And now inhale, Lift the left leg and exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Breath in. Breath out. One more time to inhale, stay lifted. Long, arms long, lower belly gently drawn in so you're supporting your back. Your seat muscles are toned. Now rotating the pelvis. Inhale, rotate the pelvis to the left. Come back to neutral. Inhale, left. Exhale, neutral. Breath in. Breath out. Last time, inhale and exhale. Lower the leg down. Good. Now we're going to tuck our toes under, root through the hands, but walk your hands forward about 10 centimeters, 3 inches. So we have a little bit more length between the hands and the feet. Breathe in, root. Tuck your toes under, draw your hips back. So now you use mostly the big muscles of your legs to lengthen back through the heels and lengthen into Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. Now the key in this is to not have it be a sad dog where we're pushing our chest down, but to keep the back of the heart lifted and instead lengthen between the palms of your hands and your deep hip sockets. Let's walk our dog a little bit so the muscles get used to engaging and toning, hugging into the bones, balancing actions, front, back of body, and sides of body. Good. The body is so amazing to practice and awareness in because it's always global and three-dimensional. Now have both legs stretched and inhale, lift your heels and exhale, lower your heels. Inhale, lift and exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale, lift and exhale, lower. Great. Let's lower our knees to the floor. Draw the toes back and sit back and come into a kneeling pose. So we're going to do a little bit more twisting. So once again, if you have a bolster, this is great. Bring yourself onto sitting on it, or you can use a block. I'm going to use a block between my feet, widely set, so they're directly underneath my sits bones when I sit back. Draw your toes back. Draw the skin of your ankles outwards. Draw the skin of the knees up. And draw the groins down. So outer groins drop down, inner groins down. Okay? Just from moving your skin, which is a fascial body, we actually send signals to the other fascial structures that wrap our muscles that they can release and widen. Key in this posture, which is Virasana, hero pose, is that toes are straight back and the ankles are in neutral alignment with the heels up. If we drop our ankles outwards, we actually start torquing the knee and that stretches all and the tendons. We don't want to do that. We want to actually train the knees, really like to live just in a flexion pattern. Okay, in this position, draw the sacrum forward and up. And on an inhalation, sweep the arms forward and up. Lengthened Utthita Hasta Virasana. Inhaling deep, exhaling deep. Each inhalation, root through the toes, tone the shins down, sense the sits bones rooting, and each exhalation, lengthen through the side body, right up into the crown of the head. One more breath in here. And breath out. Inhale, sweep the arms forward and down. And now we're going to take the right hand to the right foot, take the left hand to the outer thigh, and exhale, twist through the belly to the right. If you have the ability and capacity, you can also place your fingertips of your right hand to the floor right behind your sacrum. As you inhale, root through the sit bones, lengthen up through the spine. On the exhalations, turn deeply through the waist. Start in the lower waist and move up, upper waist. Then twist through the kidneys, the heart region. You can even twist through the neck. One more breath in and breath out. Slowly unwind, head forward, undo the spine. Breathe in and breathe out. I'm going to go to the other side. So once again, notice if you're still have that good, equal, steady alignment. And on an exhalation, turn through your belly, take your right hand to the outside of your left thigh, roll your left shoulder back. Either hand can be to foot, or if you have the capacity, fingertips to the floor in Hasta Bandha. As you inhale, root sits bones, lengthen up through the crown of the head. And as you exhale, turn deep through your belly. Start in your lower belly, then move into the lower waist, upper waist, kidney, heart level, and shoulders, neck and head. Last breath in and exhale. Turn the head forward and unwind. Let's exhale, come forward, hands to the floor, lengthen. Now, if you were using a block like me, you have 2 blocks, place 2 blocks right at the back of your mat. We're going to use them as heel supports, once again, to give the feedback of evenness and stability so the body can start to adjust and change and calibrate to notice if there is asymmetry. So we're going to root our hands, tuck our toes under just in front of the blocks, and then exhale, lengthen the legs and root the heels onto the blocks. Balls of the feet rooting down, heels rooting, so the arches are active through the feet, and you might notice that this activates the muscles in the calves, lifting the kneecaps. We get actually a clear thrust up through the legs. Inhale, sits bones lifted, sides of waist long, shoulder blades wide and long, hands fully rooted. One more deep breath in here. And breath out, lower the knees to the floor. So we're going to come up to standing. Depending on your circumstances, if you need to go to the wall, help yourself up, but just try and stand up as evenly as possible. If you do have the capacity, do this with me. Come on forward onto your hands, tuck your toes under, and then exhale, move your weight back to the feet so you're in an easy squat. Now, let your head bow forward so your spine is curled. Hands are on the floor for support. And exhale, stretch the legs, rooting the heels deeply into the floor so your spine is hanging forward. Then bend your knees, root your tail under, and roll up to standing, one vertebrae at a time. All the way up. Okay, so this is where we're going to work with the chair. Okay. Whatever chair you do choose to work in, you want to make sure it's firm, that there's no padding on the seat, and there's firm in the back. You want it to be as level as possible, once again, so it's sending even signals and feedback through your body so you can start to come into better alignment. Okay, so we're going to sit on the chair with our sits bones at the front of the chair. Legs forward, hands just to knees. Take a deep breath in and exhale, fold forward in the hips. So your whole spine lengthens forward, but you don't collapse. The back muscles stay toned. Then root the tail down, inhale, sit up. Exhale, hinge forward. Root, inhale, sit up. Exhale, forward. Inhale up. Next, pelvic tilts here. Exhale, tuck the tail under, navel back, let your whole spine curve into flexion, and then inhale up onto your sits bones. Exhaling flexion, inhaling stand. Exhaling flexion, inhale root rise. Exhaling, inhaling. Next, hinge forward, lengthen through your neck and head so your feet become heavy. Then come forward onto your feet, rise up. If you can, lengthen your arms forward and up to encourage that length in your spine. Then exhale, bend your knees, draw the hips back, and come to sitting on the chair. Lower the arms. Okay. I know when you come back, it feels like the chair is not there. It still is. The key is to keep reaching your sits bones back. So you're pendiculating, you're stretching with your body to move into sitting. Okay, so here we go. Exhale forward, sweep the arms forward, heels root, inhale, rise up. Exhale, hinge in your hips, draw the sits bones down, lower down. Inhaling forward. Exhale, continue rising up. Inhale, fold. Exhale, come to sitting. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale. Stay standing. And exhale, lower your arms. Okay, next. So this is a beginning back practice. It's all about familiarizing yourself with your hips and your spine. We're going to do a twist with the chair. So I'm going to turn the chair so the back of the chair is towards the camera. And just adjust this a little higher so you can see. So we're going to be twisting with one leg up so it stabilizes our pelvis. So I'm to the side of the chair where my left hand and the back of the chair are in alignment. I'm going to keep my right foot to the floor and right to the side of the chair. And I bring my left foot up so it's flat on the chair. And ideally we want 90-degree angles, but maybe for the chair that you have, that might not be true, but you want to get as close to that as possible. If you're really, really tall, you can put your chair on 4 blocks, so it's a little bit higher. Exhale, draw your hips back so your hips are directly over your left leg. Breathe in, and now on an exhalation, turn in the waist to your left. Take your right hand to your outer left knee. Roll your left shoulder blade back. Extend your left arm to the side. The key here is that we stay balanced. Inhale, rooting through the right leg. Lengthen through the right leg so it encourages a thrust and lengthening out through the spine. Then as we exhale, we use the deep abdominals to twist a little deeper. Inhaling, exhaling. 1 more breath here. And exhale, unwind. Lean back a little bit, transferring your weight back through your hips to lift the left leg up and lower down. So we change to the other side now. Directly to the side of the chair, my right arm is in line with the back of the chair. Root into the left leg, eyes are stable. Inhale, bring the right leg up and place the right foot on the chair. And as much as possible, 90-degree angles. Pelvis back over the standing left heel. Shoulders and head over standing left heel. Breathe in into this alert alignment. Then exhale, turn deep in your belly. Take your left hand to the outside of your right knee. Inhale, thrust through your left leg so it re-engages the length through your spine. Breathe in, roll the right shoulder back. Extend the right arm to the side. 5 breaths. 1, 2, refresh the actions. 3, strong left leg. 4, open chest. Wide shoulders, wide eyes. 5. On an exhalation, untwist. Shift your pelvis back so you can lift your right leg up and lower it down. Okay. So we just have 1 more posture for our basic back care. And this is a beginning back bend with leg engagement. This is usually a liberating variation for a lot of people because they realize, oh, when I engage my legs, actually my back doesn't feel bad. It's for a couple different reasons. These back postural muscles, they're the counterbalance to your deep hip flexors.
the psoas and iliopsoas muscles. And when the back muscles engage, they give the support so your hip flexors can lengthen, and thus you get to lengthen deep in this lower range of your torso. Incredibly important. I can't emphasize enough back body posture muscles, how they help us. So we're going to have the chair in front of us, fold forward and place your hands to either side of your chair. You want your hands in the middle. Once again, stable chair. It shouldn't rock. It shouldn't collapse. Don't use a plastic chair. Okay. Bring your shoulders over your wrists. Now we're going to step the legs back, keeping the shoulders over the wrists. So we're in an elevated plank pose. Purvottanasana. Take a deep breath in. Lift your hips a bit. Exhale, stretch back through the heels. Dip your tail forward without bending your knees. Lengthen your chest forward. Micro bend your elbows so the shoulders can draw back. Keep your legs strong and long. So it's not just your arms supporting you here, your legs thrusting. So inner heels are reaching back. Fronts of thighs are moving towards backs of thighs. And if you can, inner thighs to outer thighs. One more deep breath in. And breath out. Draw the hips back, thrust through the arms, come into a downward dog with the chair. So you want your feet directly underneath your hips, hands to chair, lengthen into downward dog. 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Walk your hands back on the chair seat, root through your heels, scoop the tail under, stand up. Okay. All we're going to do now is pandiculation standing. So be sideways on your mat, your feet a little bit wider than your hips, then bend your knees. And we're going to open our arms to the sides. Inhale, shift to your right, reaching through your right arm, but opposite with your left leg. And come back to center, reach through your left, lengthen through the arm, and with the opposite right leg. Inhale, shift to the right, reach with the left leg. Inhale, shift to the left, reach with the other leg. And just keep going from side to side. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. One more time, breath in, breath out. Come to center. Bring your arms forward now, palms touching. I'm going to shift onto the right leg and twist through the chest to the right. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, shift onto the left foot. Twist just the upper body to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. If you can do this with ease, we go a little bit deeper by sweeping the right arm behind, left hand glides. Come on forward, go to the other side. Inhale forward, exhale, twist. Inhale forward, exhale, twist. Breath in, breath out. Breath in, breath out. One more time each side. Inhale forward. Good. Bring the feet underneath you. Root through your feet, bend your knees, and on inhalation, root and reach up. And then exhale, bend your knees, both knees bend, fold forward, head down. Push the ground away, inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward, lower down. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Root through the feet, scoop the tail under, roll up to standing. Spine long, heels rooted. Pause, simply standing on your feet.
Be aware of the weight of your body. Is it centered? Is it more centered than the beginning of class? Is there deeper awareness within the body? Deeper interoception. Okay, coming to the end of our practice. Always at the end of the practice, you want to lie down on the floor in Shavasana, corpse pose. And it's this intriguing, beautiful conundrum, maybe an oxymoron, that when we come deep into stillness and we completely let go, like a corpse, we're anything but a corpse. We're alive with sensation, breath moving through us, breath responding to the mind's and body's needs at every moment. The key is that willingness to lie down and journey into stillness of release. So, lying down, let the legs outward rotate as they will, because the hip sockets, they release that way when we relax. Let the rib cage soften, shoulders roll back, and the arms are about 35, 40 degrees to the side, with the palms turned upwards, so it releases all aspects of the chest and arms. Neck has a gentle curve, and the chin is upwards. Close the eyes. Gently close the lips, but the lower jaw can be dropped away from the upper jaw. Let the face be soft and releasing back. And you may notice as you encourage the body to soften, the eyes rest back in the eye sockets. In this movement of the eyes back, the optic nerve provokes a deep relaxation response. You may even notice that you begin to yawn or sigh. This would be great. Continuing the journey of softening, travel your awareness down your body to your feet. Inhale into your feet, sensing them just as they are. Then exhale, let them rest down. And then inhale into the calves and the backs of the knees. Sense them just as they are. And then let them rest down. Inhale into the thighs, the hips, noticing the intricate sensations. And exhale, let thighs and hips rest and release to the ground. Inhale deep into the pelvis, sensing back of pelvis, sides, front, content of pelvis. And exhale, let the pelvis soften and rest down. Inhale up from the belly into the region of the stomach and liver, diaphragm, kidneys. Pick up on any sensations here. Exhale, let this area soften, rest, spread. Breathe into the region of the chest and heart, meeting the sensations just as they are. Exhale, let the chest soften. Allow the heart to rest on the spine.
Inhale into the arms, the hands. Exhale, let the arms and hands unfold, relaxing into the ground just as they need to. Inhale up the arms into the shoulders and the neck. And exhale, let the shoulders and neck be spacious, wide, and at ease. Inhale, return into the skull. With a deeper awareness, soften all the sense organs. Let the mouth be soft, the orb of the mouth resting. Allow the root of the tongue to soften. Soft palate wide at the back of the mouth. Inner ears wide. Cheekbones wide. Eyes resting infinitely into the eye sockets. Brow wide. Even the skull bones, they start to widen and settle into perfect alignment with no effort. Crown of the head, spacious. Now allow your awareness to move through your body, picking up on sensations, breathing into them, breathing out of them. Notice how your body has changed since the beginning of class. Notice the nature of change in the body. Notice as your body's changed, the quality of your breath. How has your breath changed through this class? Breath has the nature to change. Then notice as the body and breath have changed, the mind has changed. Notice the quality of your mind now. Mind also shifts and changes. But what we may notice is our witness presence, our deep attention, actually has been refined and strengthened. So we can notice the vibrancy of who we are on all levels. Enjoy it. So this brings us to the end of our session. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om shanti shanti shanti. May all beings and all universes know happiness and the roots of happiness. Through peace to ourselves, each other, and to the nature of reality. Thank you for your practice tonight, everyone. Have a wonderful life.